But no matter what comes next, I still have to face the ending.
Always a pleasure.
And they slip back into the meat suit they were wearing, which kind of jerks up and shudders a little and gives you a bit of a wave and starts making its way out. All right, then we will bring the crew back together.
Wait, I'm confused. Why do they rent the professor's body? Do you actually have nerve endings?
We all have nerve endings. What are you talking about?
You've had a lot of your skin removed.
Yeah. I mean, dead nerve endings are still nerve endings.
So you can still feel stuff?
Well, it depends on where you mean.
Can you feel that?
Don't touch.
I'm not that predictable. Okay, I guess we go home then, since the professor has already. Yeah, you're wise to me.
All right, the return home then.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we have our favor from Grace. I guess that gets delivered too.
Yep, so a few hours later, you get a very nice letter on cheap paper with cheap ink, basically instructing that it is both the map that Grace was going to give you, it's just a much nicer map than the directions she gave you,
Mm-hmm.
and that to her knowledge, the young noble will be in Charter Hall, at least for another couple days.
All right, so we got the banking quarter, Bellwater, Charter Wall. There we go. And does that coincide with one of the gray coat locations we were aware of as well?
The ones that Mercy pointed out?
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
This is where she said they have their more fancier guests show up.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going knocking on the door, or are we gonna, blow it in?
I think the feeling everyone was having, or at least you and Parisa were having, was let's just assault the place.
I'm certainly okay with that.
What's our end goal again?
It's Charter. We have it in the authority of a spectral countenance that they're in Charter Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Charter Wall. My bad. Well, that's still a large area, though. They're in a nicer part of. Sure.
No. We have the location. We got
we
it.
do.
It's this dot, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's not Charter Hall, though.
Yeah, Charter Wall's over here. This is the old quarter, technically.
Charter Hall. This entire area is Charter Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's just slightly confusing. It has hall and then wall.
Yeah, the whole district is Charter Hall. Charter Wall.
I need you to go to the
wall
area. Hall.
Well, I feel like a tourist.
Well, I mean, are we gonna make fun of a post-apocalyptic fantasy setting when we go to New York, right? You mean the city or the state? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, no, I can understand what that's saying. Okay, so he might be in this rotunda building, although he could be on an upper floor, or he could be in a basement, or it might not even be there at all. But we could, let's see, that's the old moat. I see tributaries off the old moat. Is the old moat joined to the outer waterways?
It definitely looks like it.
Can we get our boat in there? Because I'm looking at some really tight spaces.
Right, that would be ultimately our escape route right there.
And importantly, do we have access to our boat? Because our boatmen are unreliable.
Correct.
Yeah.
That will be based off the engagement roll.
Oh boy. We'll get one more die on that, but hey, you never know.
Do we really need a boat for this operation? Why don't we just walk in and start shooting?
Because
it also depends on the type of operation. Is this going to be a stealth, deception, assault?
Well, okay, so here we have to get him out of the place. We're not even sure if he's going to be ambulatory, because they've had him for a week now?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. So he might, if he's been tied up or in manacles, he might not be fit to walk. So we're going to have to carry him out. When we're trying to carry him out, we don't have to worry about protecting ourselves because, like, in order to stop thieves, you just like convince them that they need to drop their load and flee. So here's a heavy guy, and also they don't have to target us; they only have to target him. They're not going to be shooting at us; they're going to shoot him because if they shoot him dead, the entire mission is over and we've totally lost. So,
I
which
guess
they
it
might-
helps that they won't know why we're there until we have him.
Well,
The thing is, if they kill him, they can't ransom him, and they don't know that we're attached to Grandfather Groom.
they might have already planned to have killed him anyway because if he knows who they are. But in any event, also I don't want them shooting at us and accidentally hitting him. That's why what I'm saying is when we get him, we need to get out very quickly because we will
Correct.
be slower because we will have to carry him.
That only assumes that any of them are still capable of shooting.
We could attempt to massacre all of the Grey Cloaks, but I have problems with this plan because all of them, by definition, are going to be blooded veterans that are no stranger to close quarters combat. So we're looking at people on their home ground with a lot of weapons and combat training. While I have some faith in what you're capable of, we're looking at a if we come in guns blazing, as it were, we're gonna get a lot stronger opposition than we got last time.
Correct.
And we have to get the guy out. If they bottleneck us or like if they bar the doors, what are we going to do? Blow our way in or something like that? I mean, we definitely don't want to hang around there and have reinforcements show up,
Do you not
especially
still
because they're.
have the explosives that I made for you?
Oh hell yeah!
So, yes is the answer to that question.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we want to get out because we especially don't want them to get reinforcements. I'm assuming that the Grey Cloaks are not only blooded, but they also have good connections. The longer we stay there, the more opposition we're going to get. That's my
That
theory.
would be a fair assumption.
So are you saying
So that's
the
why I'm-
waterway on the border of the 6 towers isn't wide enough for our boat to fit in? So you're
Oh,
saying,
yeah,
It's
Mike?
plenty wide for your boat to fit in.
well, yeah, well then
Right.
just park it over there next to what am I looking at here? Rodbury? Sorry, I can't. Not leaning in to read it. Rodbury Bridge, yeah. Park the boat there. Place your explosives on a load-bearing wall. Charge in through the explosive blast. Grit, I mean, specifically.
Well, right. No, I mean, I'm in favor of like blowing a hole in the wall and taking him out and then tossing him in the boat and getting the hell out of there. That sounds like a good plan, but I do think that we need to figure out. I think we need to do at least some surveillance to figure out the layout of the place. We don't know if he's in. Like I can't from this picture. I don't know how tall that building is, and what if he's underground?
Well, Parisa, I'm glad you volunteered.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can case a joint out. It's what I do.
I can actually go and case it out with you because I am a good observer.
Yeah, let's go case the joint.
All right, anything you're gonna have Grit or the professor work on while you guys are out casing the joint?
Well, I always vote for more bombs.
Just level the whole city, why don't we?
Burn this whole place to the ground. What'd they ever do for us? We only have a tier 2 bomb. Can you do better than tier 2?
I mean, it's not impossible. I just don't know that I could make it right now. I think it's
Mhm.
a
Okay.
We don't have
time
any
activity.
money, so at the moment we're...
I mean, I have
Well-
money, but my money is called spoken for.
Right. No, I always vote for more bombs. I mean, yeah, if you can make more bombs, hooray, more bombs.
I'm not down for the spend money to make money ploy, where you make exactly as much money as you spent.
Can you make bombs without spending money?
Yes, but again, mechanically, I think that's a downtime activity, not a middle of the action activity.
Well, are there prep activities?
You're doing prep activities. All your prep activities go towards the engagement roll and how ready you are for
Right.
this.
So we're going to go case the joint out while the professor prepares bombs.
And how we apply those, well, we'll see.
All right, so the two of you make your way out there. This part of town is wealthy but older. This is where a lot of the education is done. This district is where the Bluecoats headquarters is. There's a lot of well-educated people who may not be nobility, but have a decent amount of money, or at least have some very wealthy patrons. This is kind of the intellectual work hub of the city.
Neat.
Going by the Redoubt Bridge, you do see this structure. It is about 4 stories tall. It is very nicely maintained. It looks old and wooden, but it is a nice place.
Wood. Good, not stone. It's a 4-story wooden tower.
Yes. Well, not tower. This entire block is one big apartment complex that's been chopped up.
Okay. Right. And I'm assuming that those gray slabs there are remnants of the old wall.
Yes, when this was a much smaller town and fort.
Yeah. I'm wondering why they didn't repurpose the stone, but then again, wood is way cheaper. So, okay. They probably
It's a nice
repurposed a lot.
looking place. There's a number of entrances on the first floor. There's plenty of windows without bars on it after the first floor. The roof is 4 stories up.
Well, time to go check out the
clever.
sewers.
Oh, lovely. I brought just the suit for this occasion.
Well,
It's the one Gritch was wearing yesterday.
You don't have to go in the sewers if you don't want to. This is also part of old construction. There could be a very involved cistern complex underneath here.
Right, all the better we have it mapped out so we actually know what we're doing.
And like I said, they might be storing them underground instead of above ground. People who
Also
are above
very
ground, yeah, people who are above ground, when they cry for help, people hear them. And when they scream, "Please stop hurting me," people can hear them.
All right, so give me a survey.
All
Right.
right.
I have 2 in survey. What about you?
Did you guys want to do this as a group action, or?
That's what I'm asking for.
I have 1 dot in survey.
All right,
Mhm.
so I guess I'll take the lead and you can assist me and we could both roll together.
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna click survey. What is my position?
Controlled, standard.
Controlled, standard. Oh, I guess that happened. Okay. Hey, go me.
Alright. So
Okay.
unless Bishop rolls 2 6s, you guys have at least 6.
I am also going to push myself. I am using 2 stress. That was my
Alright.
plan all along. I have rolled a 5.
So 6 is the group's roll.
Yeah.
No one failed, so no stress. So looking around, there is some underneath to this building, but it seems to be not attached to the buildings themselves, but they are growing mushrooms down here.
Oh, what kind of mushrooms?
Fade glow mushrooms. They're not the rarest, but they're better than your regular stock. And it seems to be being patrolled by a blue coat who doesn't take mind to people coming and going.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
In
there's
fact,
an
you
underground
can-
garden of mushrooms and there's a cop next to it.
There's a cop who's patrolling this area. Obviously, someone has enough money to put this on someone's patrol route. But this blue coat doesn't seem overly energetic, and you see him stop once in a while and take a swig from a flask.
Ah,
He
he's
sees you, but
alcoholic.
he doesn't give you much mind. So you don't know if this is part of his route or if this is just a nice place he can duck underground.
Don't mind me, I'm a gong farmer.
And I'm too poor to own anything anymore. Ah, woe is me. Ah.
Hey, get away, that's my gong.
Hey,
I'll
I saw
fight
it
you.
first.
I assume as a veteran blue coat, he knows better to get involved in a dispute between gong farmers.
If it's
All right.
civilians, he might break it up. If it's 2 scoundrels, he'll let them probably shoot each other.
We're 2 underlings going through sewage
Yeah.
for saltpeter. We are definitely scoundrels.
All right, so we have just the farm, and it doesn't look like there's a way up from below, correct?
No,
Or at least not
it
a
doesn't-
natural way.
And
Yes.
it doesn't think that's worth stealing because that'll cause it's not worth it. It's a ruckus. Yeah, that's also what I was worried about. Like, there's already 1 blue coat in this area. There might be more. So,
But-
The Charter Hall would have a lot better security than the places you're used to working and living in.
right. That's why
There
I
would
want to.
be
Again,
But
I'm reminded you
Parisa-
want to get in and get out. So I think
This
we should
is a-
definitely.
This is a drunk, unalert guard, and we do have bombs, And we are underneath the location.
Well, I'm gonna look up here. Like, I don't think this sewer is structurally sound, right? We can't just blow it and collapse the whole building, right?
I'd hope
No,
not.
with a big enough explosion, you might be able to put a hole in the floor.
That would be my
we're-
idea.
We don't. Who do you think I am, Guy Fawkes? We don't have that much explosives, and in any event, we don't even know he's on the first floor. No, their building's made of wood. You said yeah. We don't have to blow it up. We just set it on fire.
Again, we do want to rescue the target.
Yeah. The problem is, if we set the building on fire, the people inside will flee, but they will not take the kidnapped victim with them. So we would have to. That's why we got to figure out where he is. I guess I need to go check the building out. Like, I mean, I could try to peek in the windows, but it's daylight right now, right?
Yep.
Or we could get a blueprint of it from.
I mean,
somewhere
we'll
else.
just do a go round, but it's an apartment complex with 4 floors. That means there's dozens of rooms in there. He could be in any one of those.
This used to look like it was an apartment complex. The area you're looking at, the little cutoff piece here, has been beautified, and it's more of a party gathering place now.
Yeah, but it's still this
More
it's still
singular
private.
large rooms, but it's still plenty of space.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
loop here, especially in regard. Yeah, I mean, you could easily have 12 apartments, maybe more per floor, and there's 4 floors. That's 30 or 40 rooms, and he could be in any one of them. Not to mention, he
Yep.
could also be, over here. So
That's right.
So the question is, which one is he in? And the answer is the most secure out of all of them, which is probably. I mean, if they have this whole building too, is this an actual apartment building that's being rented out to civvies?
Which one? This one here?
Yeah.
This, like the other areas here, would be apartments. This
But
little
this is
cutoff
not.
corner, like that itself is not. These other ones beside it, like this and this, are
Okay.
still residential.
So this is a former apartment complex, but when we go up to look to see if there's an address box with addresses listed on it, there's nothing there. Does anyone shoo us away?
A couple people watch. As long as you don't come through the doors, they seem to just not pay any mind.
No, I'm just reading the directory list or seeing if there's any evidence this is an apartment building. We think this is actually
No.
totally owned by the Grey Cloaks.
You could look into who owns it if you have a way of doing that.
Well, the first thing I do is I go to look at the front where they have the doorbells and the mailboxes.
Yeah,
They normally have names listed on those of people who live here.
Yeah, they've been removed and repainted over. It doesn't look like
Okay.
the other places here.
And there's no signs that say vacancy or yeah. So that's the first obvious sign. So they own the entire building. So and when I show up and like look around, there's no lookout at the front who says, "Hey, what are you doing there?" or anything. You said there's just some people watching me.
There's someone watching from inside.
Okay,
There's
so
no
someone
one...
peeks out. Someone peeks
Go
out the window. An old woman, you said?
Nope, just a young man, just paying an eye through the window, seeing if you're actually coming to the door or if you're just passing by.
No, I'll pretend to look lost, like, oh, this can't be the right address, and wander off, and then go find Bishop and tell him, yeah, this whole building's a front. He could be in any one of those. We would have to storm the building, hit every room, and once we found him, get him out. Not impossible, but there could be a dozen people in there.
Right, we just have to be fast. Suggestion then. Kick in the door however we want. Fight whoever's there. Ask some very pointed questions very quickly, and then move to the target. At least that might save us some time.
In theory, here's the other thing that worries me. They own the building, which means beyond that door could be a very scary booby trap.
I'm not sure that they've trapped it off. You're right to be afraid, but, well,
I mean, all they would have to do is some Home Alone stupid trick.
Then we just have to bomb our way through a wall, then.
I think we would want to go in the ceiling. We would want to go in the ceiling because up there, if we're going to bomb it, don't bomb the front door. Also, we get a look at the front door. What's that front door look like?
The front door is a nice wooden door with lots of glass in it. It doesn't look secure.
Okay, that's not that bad. I'd still want to go on the roof and storm our way down because I'm still thinking they don't keep them on the first floor, but they might have defensive measures in there. I mean, it's their home turf. I mean, we've got bombs at our place. Who knows what they have here? And they have police contacts. So no, I would think we would want to go in through the roof. We could also do a 2-pronged assault, but
I think we have the force for 1 prong, if I'm going to be honest.
I don't know. Grit could go in the front door, and I could go in through the roof, and we could work our way through. What about you? I haven't really seen you fight.
I'm not really a fighter. I mean, I can hold a gun and sound very threatening, but that's the extent of it.
I would think you and Grit could go in the front door and fight your way up, and I could fight my way down. Because if I have to jump off the roof, I am more confident jumping off the roof than I am having to face off against a gun.
It's worth a shot, at least.
So, and if we had more than 1 bomb, we could do 2. In fact, we don't even need 2 bombs because we use 1 bomb to get into the roof. And that door, you guys, I mean, Grit could just bash through that. That's a joke.
All right. Well, I say we carry it back to the team and we discuss it with them and confirm our plan.
There's lookouts. There's at least 1 lookout. So when you guys walk up to the front door to bash it in, they are going to be ready for you.
Absolutely. Oh, that's what timing's for.
Okay.
So you might want to bring this back to your crew and discuss it with them as well.
That's the idea.
No, so we had the professor working on bombs while we were gone. Like any kind of explosive he can make, even if it's a pathetic smoke bomb, would help.
The problem is those are downtime actions.
They're not.
So he's not going to be able. Correct. Well, your downtime is your prep.
Weird. Okay.
It's kind of a cycle of just continuing. Like normally we wouldn't spend this much time preparing for a heist, if that makes sense. We just cover it in the.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That doesn't make any sense. Every heist movie has a montage of them preparing for the heist.
Like the professor can do flashbacks to get bombs.
Oh, we haven't touched our flashbacks yet.
Yes, that's how you get
we've
your
done it.
equipment that you bring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does that sound, Prof? Do you want to tap on your flashback to do that?
I don't. What do you mean I don't even know how flashbacks work.
You can do flashbacks at any time during the score for a potential stress cost, basically.
Mm-hmm. Or if it's something very expensive or above what the crew would have access to.
Sorry, I'm not thinking of the comedy version of Blades in the Dark, where we do a flashback and I screw up a crafting roll and blow my own hand off, and then we go back to the present, my hand's gone like Looper. I've loopered myself into no hands. It's comedy.
Flashbacks don't have a roll to it, so.
Oh, so he could just flash back and have a bomb.
Yeah, he can. You can flash back and get a bomb from the professor.
Well, I mean,
no flashback.
Yeah, the professor has bandoliers of alchemicals and grenades anyway, so
yeah, famously used it.
It's like one of the things he can take for load.
Okay, so we have bombs.
Possibly.
You can potentially, like, he's got grenades as one of his choice items.
Oh, what are grenades?
Bombs.
No, I mean, so they're
what is a man?
C4 detonated by an electrical charge, or are they clay pots filled with nails?
How much
they're close.
Know about alchemy?
I mean, I also can have demolition tools. I assume everybody can.
Demolition tools are not bombs. I have been informed of that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to take down a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why we are taking down a wall. I will just kick the door in and shoot a bunch of people.
No, that's what we'll do, Grit.
We're not taking down a wall. All right, so Professor, do you feel up for coming on the mission?
I'm part of the crew.
All right, so the Professor and I will knock a hole in the roof and work our way down from the 4th floor, while Bishop and Grit go in the front door and work your way up. First person who meets the professor, professor. First one who finds the kidnap victim grabs them and takes them out, like carries them out and to the boat. And we should time it to where we have the boat waiting, and then we'll sit like a little bit, and then we'll raid the place. And the boat, like 1 minute later, will come out of hiding. We can't have the boat visible when we do this. They'll have to start moving and come up to come get us. Because if these guys see the boat out there, our boat is conspicuous, right? We have conspicuous as a flaw.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If they can and because
We
it's
could
a
just
four-story
hire a
building-
cabbie to wait on the corner instead.
Basically, the boat will just arrive a few minutes after we do.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That's all.
we'll get into position, synchronize our watches because we have watches, and then we'll raid, and then the boat will start coming up, and we'll rendezvous the boat, throw them on the boat, and get the hell out of here.
So
But we can't have the boat. You know, we're gonna have to rendezvous with the boat. We can't have the boat waiting within sight line of this place because they're 4 stories tall and they can see the moat from the tower. So if they see our boat, they're gonna know something's up.
Right. They just have to be a little bit down the canal, and once they hear the explosion, they'll know it's time to start moving.
We'll break in and then do that. Yeah. So I think that's probably for the best because great, you can carry a fireman carry a man several blocks, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we're good. All right, and also no one die. That goes double for you, Professor.
So this is sounding like an assault mission.
I agree.
You guys have decided that 2 are going through.
Yeah,
the roof
everything
and 2 are
turns into
going
an
through the front
assault.
door.
Yeah.
So everyone
Yeah.
pick your loadout.
Heavy it
No,
is.
Yeah, we're just going heavy
it
rain.
is. What's subtlety this time?
All right, everyone got clicked on their loadout.
Well, I was just saying that we were going to go in through the roof, which I realized that means that we'd have to get the professor onto the roof.
We will start right where the operation starts. So you found a way on the roof with the professor.
I mean, I don't know how we're going to get him on the roof. Do you actually have any finesse?
No, a couple silver to the right people. They'll let you go up through the apartments next door.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. Do we have silver?
It's
It's-
assumed if you have even a coin, you have at least some silver for bribing. and
What's the
such.
difference? What is stash?
Stash is money you've set away for your retirement. Every time you fill a category as stash, your standard of living has increased for that character. So they can
Oh, okay, yeah. No.
use paying people off easier and stuff like that.
We are so far away from that. Okay. Yeah, no, I guess we can just go up and I guess they'll let us on the roof. So, yeah, that's the plan. We're going to wait for Grit's signal to go through the roof.
All right, so that's where we're starting the mission. I'm just going to do a quick engagement roll. They are 2 tiers higher. This is ballsy as hell. And we get the bonus from Grit, or not Grit, Bishop, as well.
That's
You
right.
guys did a lot of investigation on this. So let's see how things are starting out.
Ooh, good.
6. So you're in a controlled situation. The 2 of you are slipping through the roof easily, and Grit, you're walking up to that front door, and the one guy's got his back. He's chatting to someone leaning against the front doors. Which group wants to start this off?
We're waiting for Grit to bash in the door. We wait.
Then
until
it sounds
after
like Grit. It's your theater. I'm
Yeah.
here to back you up.
Just thinking about how I want to go about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think. So you said there's 2 people at the door just chatting, but they've
Yeah,
got
they're
their back.
chatting. One of them's leaning against the door, so his back is to you, blocking the other guy's view.
Hmm.
Maybe not the best 2 security guards to have on, but that's the situation you find yourself in.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna mark my fine heavy weapon, and it'll be the return of Darling. Sorry, go ahead.
My suggestion also would be, let's go ahead and mark off some of our weapon stash for today.
Yeah, I believe it's 1 take, and we all have fine quality weapons, right?
They're 1 quality higher than what they would be.
Yes, definitely for
Right.
this.
Does that count? Does that like make my fine heavy weapon extra fine or something?
Yeah, it'd be an extra tier if you want to add it. For each person taking it, though, I'm going to tick off 1 thing.
Oh, okay. So it's not like
You
one
take it,
for
Grant.
all of us for the mission.
And I'm taking it, so mark off a tick for me.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to use it, this is the kind of job to use it on, right?
Mhm.
Who wants to live forever?
Me.
Yeah, so it's darling that it's the baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, but I'm just trying to imagine how it's been souped up.
You found some
Like
kind of
quality
like
barbed wire.
small spark device. You've wrapped it through the
Hmm.
wiring, and now it's electrified.
That's what I was just thinking.
Oh,
actually.
boy.
Yeah. So, and it's got like a grounding thing in the handle.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he just walks up behind them. The shadow looms over them, and he's just gonna like whack these guys right in their head, try and knock them out in one shot.
All right, give me a skirmish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Um,
I'm going to use my foresight ability. Go ahead and take an extra die because I'm assisting you for free. In part of our foresight, we spent a lot of time planning. We saw where they are. We know how to do this, and we know the approach.
mm.
Right.
1-2 door. That's all you got to do.
Position and effect for me.
You're at controlled.
Mm-hmm.
You have an extra 2 points to put into your effects, so you can go to great and +1 die, or standard and a single die. With great, you can take them both out at the same time as long as you succeed.
All right, I'll take the great then.
All right, and you get an extra die plus an extra die from Bishop, so that's +2 dice on your skirmish.
Yeah, that sounds good. On a controlled roll, I will take my 5 dice and be happy with it. Yeah, I don't think I need a devil's bargain here. Let go. A 4.
Oh, that was close.
Well, we got there.
All right, so you describe how you take out these two guys coming in, Grit.
Yeah, I think the like, their vision is obscured of the first one, so I think that like the shadow looms over them, and like this is the first time the one that's sort of facing me gets view of me, and his eyes go wide, and the other guy who's facing away, the camera reverse shot goes, "What?" And then it's just like from the side, this baseball bat just slammed into his head. He just like immediately falls unconscious. The other guy does the like, "Please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me." Gets it jammed into his stomach and electrocuted and shocked, and then just like the handle to the back of the head as he goes down.
All right, so you just broke right in there. I've started a clock for the near hits of Blue Coat showing up. So it's got one tick. They're going to notice that door, which the people pay for them to watch, is open and a little damaged, and they'll investigate eventually, but that could be a while from now.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. That's heaps of time. We'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see how bad things get.
And
so
it's
these
scoundrels
guys are...
beating up scoundrels.
Exactly. These guys are waiting for me to bash in the door, so I guess I'm going to check if it's locked first.
Like the door you just came through, or the next door?
Oh, is this inside the door? I thought they were on the outside of the door.
No, they were on the inside of the door.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
They want a signal though, so
That's our cue. No, I think the kicking in the door and then the screams of dismay as you beat the crap out of people, that was the signal.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we'll fly up to the roof. We have the professor and the lurk on the roof.
What's your rec, Professor?
Sorry, did you ask me what my rec was?
Yeah, under prowess.
Sorry, I have no idea what you're asking me. Oh,
Okay,
my rec with a W. Sorry, 1.
Yes, prowess. One of your abilities is rec.
I was hearing rep or rec. I have no idea what the hell I was hearing. Yeah.
So what is your rec?
1.
Okay, so do you want me to assist you, or do we want to do this separately?
I mean, it's probably best to work as a team.
Okay, so I'll assist you then. What do we get for having tools? What does tools do for us?
Tools give you a justification of having a way to break in.
Okay. All right, well, I have demolition tools, so let's do it.
That's one option, or the leech could check off their fine wrecking tools.
Oh, you have fine wrecking tools?
I have fine wrecking tools. Yeah, why not?
Oh, wow. Cool. I wish I had tools that were that nice.
I think they have some more specific stuff for this kind of thing too.
Acid.
Yeah, they.
Sorry, actually, I've been spending this whole time going over what actually fits in my bandoliers because that was actually in there and it covers it, and I figured I'd write it all down so I'd have it.
Okay, well let's break. Shall we roll?
We're doing it as
Yeah.
a team, right?
Yes, which I believe means.
Who's leading it?
So I'm an assistant. So what is our position?
Your position's controlled because you got
Controlled.
well in the engagement roll.
And we have fine demolition tools. Does that change our effect?
It's going to give you a +1 die or bring it to great effect. Standard effects can get you in. Great effect could leave quite the damage to the roof if you want.
Oh no, I would rather do an extra die.
All right.
Standard with +1 die.
Raph, if you're assisting, you don't roll at all. You just spend a stress, and it gives him an extra die.
Is it a team?
No, it's a
one,
team.
or
It's
is
a
it-
team effort. We're doing team.
Oh, you're doing
So
a
they're both gonna roll.
teamwork action, right?
Yep.
So
Woohoo!
best is 4 so far.
I actually
4.
rolled above.
All right. So you guys have broken in. You've alerted no one. You drop into this big open room. It looks like most of the walls have been torn down and it's being renovated. There's sledgehammers and spikes and all stuff for ripping and tearing. A lot of the material that can be reused has been piled in the corner, but this is a big open area. You can see the light coming up from the stairs. Up here is pretty dark.
Oh, so it's a big open area.
What's
So
your
it makes it easy. Is he here?
He's not kept up here.
All right. Well, it's time to move to the 3rd floor. I guess I'm
creeping
taking the
down.
lead, and the professor's coming behind me.
Makes sense.
All right, let's do it.
All right. You're making your way down. You get to the 3rd floor and it's set up like a long hallway coming from the stairs, an L. So one route this way, one route this way. And it looks a lot like apartment buildings, but some of the doors are boarded up. And right beside the stairs you come down, there's stairs going down to the 2nd floor.
Okay, let's start with the doors that aren't boarded up. I'll take the left-hand path. You take the right.
All right, you guys being quiet about this? How are you approaching this?
We're quiet because Grit is loud.
All right,
Grit
if you
is the
guys-
distraction.
If you guys either want to give me individual or team prowl rolls.
I think we're gonna have to roll separately because we're searching separate parts.
That makes sense.
Okay,
This is-
so it is controlled.
It is still controlled.
Okay, and it's standard.
Yep. Unless you have some equipment that's going to improve it.
I have a fine shadow cloak.
Then, yeah, you can go for great effect or take an extra die.
Oh, I'm gonna take an extra die. This is why I take an extra die.
All right, so the lurk is quiet, not leaving much of a trace. Time is passing, but the professor, there's a loud bang as he trips over. What do you trip over, Professor?
A small child.
All right. Small child there, one of the rooms, trips up the professor, lets out a bit of a squeal, and we're going to shift downstairs. The crew is moving to a risky position because there's been noise. Grit, you and Bishop have made it through the front door. It opens into a large, almost waiting room that leads to a banquet on one side, kitchen on another, and stairs going up on the third. Where are you guys heading first?
I guess we need to clear this floor, don't we?
Room by room, Edward.
Room by room. Well, let's do it as quickly as we can.
Yeah, I think the plan is to just kick in every door one by one.
All right, are you splitting up or sticking together?
I am sticking together.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely.
I do not need to
stay
be
with me.
alone in a dangerous situation. Please help me.
All right, so looking at the 2-room options on this floor, from where you are, there's a dining room which has a handful of people staying around who are starting to look in your direction because you don't look like you're supposed to be here. These people seem
Mhm.
like they have money. You do not. You have a baseball bat that's shocking electricity. And then you have the kitchen where there's a number of people looking there, seeing that bat, and they're like, screw this, and they're trying to make their way out of back door.
Do you want to
Yeah.
interrupt the rich
No.
people and make them scared for their lives, or?
Yeah, I walk into the dining room and I just say, "Right, you lot, where's the groom lad? And I would like to command them."
Give me a command.
I will go ahead and roll alongside you because I also have 2 command.
So
No.
you're making a team effort and you're supporting him?
That's right.
All right.
Risky business.
We're at risk now, yes.
Right, and standard effect. And I assume there's nothing I could immediately tap for that.
Do you have any equipment that would help you be more menacing or support grit in a better way?
A gun.
Just pull a gun out.
Does that make sense, or does I don't think any of the tools apply.
I don't think you have any fine equipment per se.
Right.
Yeah.
So just as is then.
Yeah.
Right. So
Um,
risky standard.
Talk to me about a devil's bargain here, Matthew.
A devil's bargain is regardless, the citizens of Charter Hall are going to hold this against your crew.
I've done my best for the group roll.
Do we care about the citizens of Charter Hall? You know what? I'll pass. I'll pass. I can't make everyone an enemy just yet.
The people should be our friends.
Yeah,
Because
I
we
think
have to sell to them
I think this
later.
manifests in the story as him going, "Don't worry, I don't want to hurt any of you. I just will if I have to."
All right, give us your roll.
All right, so the best on your team roll is 6. Everyone passed, so there's no stress.
Mhm.
And immediately, a lot of the rich people are like, they raise their hands, they start backing to the edges of the wall. This maniac with some weird bat has just walked in.
Do any of them respond to my question about about the groom lad?
A couple of them are murmuring to each other, and eventually one of them's like, he's not at the party here. Maybe
Do any of you
upstairs?"
have anything to do with the grey cloaks?
They look very confused, looking at each other like, what?
This is their party place. Of course they do.
No, but they all look confused, right?
Yeah, these people seem... There's a door at the far end of the dining hall that doesn't lead into the kitchen.
Right. The lot of you
want
can
to explore
fuck
this
off.
more?
Get out. And I just start walking towards that door.
Yeah.
And
So
they give
it's time to
you
go up.
space. All right, so back to the 3rd floor. Professor, this child has run out. You guys have managed to open a couple of the doors. It looks like they've been doing renovations here. Some of the rooms are quite nice. Like, this is stuff you'd see up in Brightstone. Not quite White Castle level, but these looks like some nice apartments. They've been renovated. You spot one of the ones, as Lurk's going through, you spot what looks like it's been transformed more into a bunk area. It's got 6 beds. It's not as nice as the other rooms. And Professor, you going down the other way, see that some people are living here. They look very poor, very down their luck, and they look shocked when you come in. Which one you want to react first?
Well, I didn't find anything, so.
I mean,
Professor, do you
I did
do
just
you
get
have
a
any?
child, so I guess.
Well, that's not who we're looking for, is it? That's not the grandson, is it?
I hope not.
Nope, just a child. He's
Okay.
making his way towards the stairs.
Children can be grandchildren, all right, or can be grandsons. Anyway,
Is he making
well,
his way towards the stairs in like a running away fashion? I gotta tell people, or
so Professor, do you have any social skills?
no?
All right, well, I guess we'll ignore the poor people and keep making more rooms.
I don't care about the poor people.
They might know where the captive is.
Well, they're really not using their knowledge to their own benefit, are they?
No, so let's keep going.
All right. So give me a survey to cover the rest of this area to see if you find anything else.
Roger that.
Or if you can mark this off.
Is it risky? You said that was risky now.
We're up to risky. Yep. It's risky and it's standard effect unless you have some kind of equipment to bring it to fine or higher.
I don't think dark sight goggles really apply here, do they?
No, there's plenty of light on this floor.
Yeah, so no. I don't know if the professor has anything.
I don't even have any survey.
Ha! Excellent. All those bad rolls. I'm actually rolling good dice today. I wonder if they kept them on the second floor because there's a reinforced room on the second floor.
Well, that's their foolishness.
Possibly.
We're assuming he's not in any of the boarded up rooms. He could be in one of the boarded up rooms.
Looking at the boarded up rooms, a lot of them seem to be that they've taken down walls to expand the rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, they're doing renovations.
Just-
Well, so he's not on the third floor. We move to the second floor.
So with your survey, in that room with the number of the beds, you find a fake wall.
A fake
You
wall?
start-
Ooh.
Yep.
All right.
You
This
start
fake wall.
opening it up.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Rob, in here, this wall's got to come down. Hey, we're coming in.
And you come through there expecting to find maybe a captive. And what you find looks like a bunch of, it's storage unit.
Damn it. All that's here are valuables beyond our comprehension.
There's a handful of guns and ammunition. It looks like they're stockpiling for something. And you see a box that looks like it's been discarded. It's got some charms in it.
Are these the demon charms?
Give me an attune.
I look at the professor.
Professor, be smart.
Controlled standard.
Risky right now.
Okay.
Standard, risky. All right. You count up 17 demon charms out of that box.
Okay. Professor, how many boxes do you have left for inventory?
I'm at heavy, so 4.
This
4.
box
Okay.
is going to take up a load of 1.
Okay. Why don't
no,
you...
actually, I'm going to tap Bandolier of Alchemicals,
Okay.
Mhm.
and then I am going to take one of my alchemicals from my Bandolier, which is drift oil. I'm just going to pour it over the box.
Nice.
Oh, so that makes it float?
Yeah.
Kick ass.
Mhm.
All
It's
right.
in the air for an hour, so you just shove it along. Don't have to carry it.
All right.
Wow,
so
that's
go-
handy. Wait a minute. We could have used that on the fucking guy when we found him.
Still can.
Oh, well.
Anyway,
Actually, we don't even, technically we don't even need the guy if we have the freaking ambulance.
dropping
Except that
back
we've
down to-
negotiated more coin for the guy as well. So
Well, yeah, but I only want to make the fence happy so we can build our opium den. We'll take this. I mean, this is a good plan. We'll take the
All right.
drifting blocks.
Carisso doesn't want any of the 3 coin that we don't.
Um,
You heard it here first.
So, since the gray shirts are going to come for revenge, Professor, do you want to blow this room or do you want to leave everything here?
We could set up a booby trap, I'm sure.
I'm gonna be lookout. The professor's gonna set up a booby trap. Well, I mean, I would want to set up a time bomb, not a booby trap, but a time bomb.
Well, I mean, why? Either a booby trap so that whoever comes here to get this stuff gets hurt, or we just destroy it now. I don't know why we would time bomb it.
Because it's guns. So if we light fire to it now, we'll be standing it.
Or I could put an explosive in. I could pour drift oil on an explosive. Drift oil only lasts for an hour. The explosive will then drop in an hour's time, and then will blow up. Do the same thing.
Well, I was going to suggest that we light a fire and get out of the room. That's
yeah,
what I
but
was
we
gonna-
don't need to burn the whole building down. We could just destroy this part of it.
Can you make these weapons useless without burning the building down? You're an alchemist.
That was so close to being correct. These are guns. Has nothing to do with alchemy. But I'm sure I could,
Pour acid on them.
take out firing pins and whatnot.
Okay, no, I was going to suggest just turning this into this. Like, if it's too big of a deal, we can just keep moving. Our goal is the.
I mean, if that was the alchemy solution, I would turn them into gold, and they would be worthless as guns. But
Well, if we do you want to? I'm going to go look for the guy because that's the objective. If you want to slag the place, huzzah! But I can't make you do that if you don't want to.
I mean, it was your plan. I don't.
I was gonna ask you just to set a bomb so we could leave. And by the way, tell everybody to get out because we're gonna blow the building up.
All right, so jumping back downstairs, Grit, you make your way across this dining room, across the hall that you spotted. There's a door, 2 doors down that hall. Looking into the side one as you pass, there's more people sitting drinking, and the door at the end of the hall is closed.
And these people sitting drinking, they just look like patrons or something?
They look like noblemen. The ones in this room. They look well dressed. They look like they have money.
I just look at Edward quickly and I say, do we want to do some extra shaking down while we're here?
If he's not in there, I think we should just move along.
All right.
We're already getting paid extra to be here in the first place.
They just look so soft, mate.
I know we're weak and vulnerable and carry way too much money, but we really ought to get moving. Look, this one down at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, I like pop my head in to the people drinking with lots of money, and I say, "Evening, gents," and then I just like close the door behind me so that they're not going to hear what I'm going to do next.
They give like a half drunken nod and continue to drink their whiskey.
All right, but let's check out that closed door. That's all we got down here.
Great, you get to the door. It seems to be well locked. It's a more sturdy door than the front entrance was, but it's not metal or anything.
Yeah, I think it's time. I'm just having a quick look. Yeah, I hand Edward the baseball bat. I say, "Hold this for a minute," and I just pull it.
Oh gosh, it's so heavy.
I'm gonna mark my demolition tools to have a crowbar here so that I can and wreck this door. I'm just gonna fucking pry it off its hinges.
All right, check off those tools and give me a wreck.
What's my position and effect?
Position is risky right now. Effect's going to be standard.
Do I get like a bonus for taking the demolition tools?
No, it justifies being able to open it without a limited effect.
Yeah, you still need to get better quality tools.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a devil's bargain for me?
What would a devil's bargain look like in this situation? They're going to remember your face, the people on the other side of this door. They're going to know who you are when you come through.
That's fine.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. I'll take. Do you want to assist as well?
Yeah, I prepared to help you with this. I actually brought you extra leverage and some oil to make sure that the door actually swings open properly.
All right.
There you go.
There you go.
That's my second for use.
All right. I got a 4.
All right. So you crack open that door pretty easily. It swings open, and looking inside, I'm just going to describe the room. It looks like a large study. There's 4 people inside. The first looks like nobility, rich like a lot of the guests have been. He's sitting, he's got a drink in hand. The second is some kind of serving girl or maid, dressed up like the staff was. The third is sitting by a desk. He's got a gray cloak over his shoulders and kind of the insignia pin that they wear, and he's wearing it openly here. And in the last chair in the room sits Grace.
Of course.
So the door's open. What's your first reaction, Grit?
Yeah, he just scans the room, and then his eyes swing back and lock on Grace, and he says, "What the fuck?" And then he pulls out a pistol and he shoots the guy with the grey cloak in the face.
All
Or
right.
attempt. He's definitely going to try to.
All right, this is going to be risky. It's going to be a skirmish. Things are probably going to get very ugly.
Yeah.
And is Edward doing anything?
I don't think I can really help you shoot someone in the face, but I can pull out some slumber essence and just throw it in the room in case it doesn't work.
Well, we'll see how the gunshot goes. Then we'll see what you're going to do with that slumber essence.
Cool. So I'm risky standard here.
Yep.
I think I will push myself for this one. Make it count. All right. I'm taking my stress. Yeah. Oh, there's the crit.
Oh, geez.
Oof.
So,
Okay.
To Grit, this was happening in slow motion, but to everyone else, Grit came in, did a quick shot, pulled out his gun, nails the gray cloak right in the head. You see the serving girl drop to the floor, hiding behind the platter she was holding. The nobleman rests his hand on his gun, and Grace just kind of looks up, being like, "What the hell?"
Hands off the pistol, mate.
Let's just forget this ever happened, and I'm going to just follow up with throwing the slumber essence straight at Grace's face, and I'm just going to leave after that.
Yeah, so she starts passing out, and are you guys running for it, or are you...
Not here, let's get going.
I grab the nobleman by the back of the collar and pull him out into the corridor.
All right, he's struggling a little, but not as hard as... It doesn't seem like life or death to him at this point.
Yeah, and I just shove him up against the wall, and I'm like, "Who are you?"
My name is Alistair Creed. I own this building. Who are you?
Where's the groom lad?
Upstairs.
Specifically.
Upstairs, second floor at the end of one of the halls.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, and
Let's
then I'll
keep
just knock him out, if that's appropriate.
Give me a skirmish roll.
Okay.
You will knock him out regardless of what you roll.
We'll see if he gets in a cheap blow, I suppose.
Risky standard?
Yeah.
I'll just roll flat. Another crit!
Oh, wow. So you knock him out with a quick headbutt. He slumps in your arms.
Well, that was
Meanwhile,
easier
you guys
said than done.
upstairs.
Wait, done than said. And I just throw him back in the room and close the door again.
So you guys upstairs. You know it's on the third floor. You have this chamber, this hidden room. I assume you're planning to go down to the second floor at this point.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing else here. Let's go.
All right. And you guys make your way down. It looks very much a setup like this, except where the doors were boarded up, it looks like there's new walls. They haven't been painted yet. But there's a lot more movement down here.
Well, did we run into Grit? Isn't he going up the second floor?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
You're coming down, you can see a handful of people who have the gray cloak kind of ensemble, and they seem to be in a hurry.